Hi, so I wanted to just kind of quickly make a part 2 or follow-up video to the first video involving stats in Mop Remix. So I wanted to kind of show at the very, very end game how things are going to look in terms of like stats and what you're going to want to be looking for. So I believe there's also a Wowhead guide that came out right when I discovered this as well. But basically, if you look under stats, under the enhancements, all of the enhancements have a hard cap that you're going to reach. And essentially, as your cloak levels up more and more and more, you're basically going to reach a hard cap in all of your enhancements, just solely through either the gear itself or mostly through your cloak. So you can see here, my crit has a hard cap of 140%, haste 126%, mastery 84%, versatility 131%, and then leech, avoidance, and speed all have a hard cap of 49%. Avoidance is something that you will not actually see on your cloak. So in order to reach that, you're going to have to basically have avoidance gear. So you can see, for the most part, I've tried to swap out almost all my gear to be avoidance gear. At least as much as I could find avoidance gear. So in terms of like what gear you're going to want to make sure you hold on to as you're going through, if you find any avoidance gear, make sure you hold on to your avoidance gear, because that's going to be something you're going to want to make sure that you have at the very end game for Mop Remix. So you're going to want to try and get as much avoidance gear as you can. But again, it does have a hard cap of 49%, but you're only getting that through your gear, not through your actual cloak or gems. So just be on the lookout for avoidance gear as you're leveling up and stuff. The stat attributes do not appear to actually have a hard cap. So agility, it'll keep, in my case, agility, it'll keep increasing. Stamina, that also keeps increasing. So basically, those are the only two stats you can keep increasing once you've hit the hard cap and everything. So as you collect more and more cloak threads, you're just basically looking for agility and stamina through your cloak threads. So you'll keep getting them, but it'll be sparse because it's still going to give you more and more crit in the other stats. But unfortunately, since those have a hard cap, those won't actually increase in terms of like the stats themselves. It'll just be the number that increases. So the armor also has a kind of a hard cap. I don't know if it's possible, like if it can technically go higher, but in terms of like the realistically, you're not going to get anything beyond 51% armor, or 66.73% armor reduction rather. So the reason this is effectively hard capped is you can't get armor as a stat through your cloak, and so the only way to get armor is the actual gear you're wearing is giving you armor. So yeah, so it's pretty much your actual gear that will give you armor, and then basically just having armor gems. So having everything be armor gems is going to also give you armor, but there's really no way to get any additional armor. So it's effectively a hard capped at 66.73%. But yeah, the agility and stamina, that'll keep increasing as you get more cloak threads, and that's pretty much the only thing that'll keep increasing at the end game. So yeah, so again, things you're going to be looking for is just basically make sure you have 21 legendary gems that are for armor, and then make sure you have as much avoidance gear as you can get, and as long as like those are pretty much the two main things that you're going to be looking to collect for end game, because all the other stuff you're going to have swapped them all out and everything slowly throughout as you get more and more cloak threads and reach the hard cap on all of your enhancement stats. So but yep, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to kind of like do this quick follow-up video to the, so this is a part 2, I guess, and that's basically what you're going to be looking for is avoidance gear and having 21 armor gems. So make sure you save all your avoidance gear.